So let's start the measurement. In order for you to measure for a shirt gown, so first thing we need to do is to measure for the shoulder to shoulder. Now look at it. Like I used to tell us, for you to measure for any dress, you start from the shoulder. Now we have this shoulder tip. Are you seeing it? When you can feel it, are you seeing it? So start from the left side of the shoulder tip, then to the right side of the shoulder tip. Now in this case, her shoulder is 15 inches. Are you seeing it? Okay. Now when you are measuring this particular shoulder, please make sure you don't take it up this way. Are you seeing? Make sure you come down a little bit from here to here for like 2 inches. Do you understand? Okay. Now look at it from here to here. So what I have here is 15 inches. So let's get to the next measurement which we have. Let's measure the neck circumference. Now, please, whatever I'm teaching you now is the perfect way of measuring for a shirt gown. Now, the neck circumference, you have to measure it fitted first. Now, the neck circumference, the fitted neck circumference in this case is 13 and a half. What I would advise is to just add how many inches to it? 2 inches to it. That is what I taught you guys. 2 inches to it. It should be how many? 15 and a half. So that's the perfect neck measurement for a shirt gown. Okay, so the next thing we are going to be doing now is I'm going to be measuring the bust circumference. Okay. Now, remember what I used to tell us, before you measure for the bust circumference, you also have to measure for the bust length. Do you understand? Now, there's something special I'm going to be teaching you guys here. Now, look at it. From here, you get the bust length. Most cases, I usually say it, you ask your customer, where's your nipple? Bust length is from the shoulder down to where the nipple is. Do you understand? Okay, so where is the...
That is my bust length. That is my bust length. 10 is my bust length.
Okay, 10. Are you people saying it? 10. Now, in a situation where you feel somehow to ask your customer where the bust length is, there is, like I've told you guys, there is a chart for it also. Do you understand? There are ways to get it. Do you understand? Okay. So I just did this one because I think this is just a professional measurement we are doing here. Do you understand? Okay. So now, 10 here. So immediately you get your bust measurement, which is 10. Next thing you need to do is to, on that same point, get the bust circumference. Okay. So the bust circumference in this case, now look at it. We are going to be taking the fitted measurement. Do you understand? Now, what do I mean by the fitted measurement? I've explained it before. After we are done taking the fitted measurement, when we are drafting on our paper, we will now add the ease and the allowance. Do you understand? We add for both the ease and the allowance. Why the other one I said that we have, the free measurement is, as we are measuring it here, we are adding both the ease. Do you understand? Then it is on the paper, we'll now, on the paper or the pattern material, we'll now add the allowance. You will know that there is ease, there is allowance. The ease is what makes it free, while the allowance is the one you are going to be sewing, the same allowance. So like I said in this particular course, we are using the fitted measurement. That is, the moment I take the fitted measurement, we write it down. Then when I'm drafting, I will now add the measurement for both the ease and for the allowance. So in this case, the bust circumference is 34 and a half. Are you seeing it? The bust circumference is 34 and a half. So let's go over to under bust circumference. So from this same shoulder part, are you seeing it? Measure the under bust length. So the under bust length in this case is 13 inches. Are you seeing it? Look at it from here down to under the bust. So like I said, immediately you finish the under bust, what do? Take your tape and place it round the under bust and get the fitted measurement. So the fitted measurement in this case is 30 inches. Are you seeing it? Okay. Now, if you still want to get the waist length, you can also do that. Okay. From here to get the waist length is the tiniest part of this particular region. Are you seeing that is the waist length? So if you look at it, the tiniest part, her dress might not allow us to see it very, very well, but I think the tiniest part is around the 16 inches. So if you don't know how I did this, you can do it by looking at the person, the tiniest part. Look at it. Are you seeing it? Okay. If you cannot get that, maybe the person is wearing a bogus cloth and you don't have time to tell the person to go and change, all you can do is, whatever that is the under bust length, add extra 3 inches to it. Do you guys understand? That will give you the estimated waist length. Okay. So we have 16. So immediately, take it and then place around that same point. So let's say her waist circumference is 29. Do you guys understand? Okay. So that's a typical shape. So the next is the hip length. When you place your tape this way, measure the hip length. The hip length is like opposite the waist length, which the waist length is the tiniest part, while the hip length is the largest or the most protruding part around this hip region. Do you understand? So let's get the hip length. Hold this thing here. So look at it. So you look out for, not minding the kind of dress she's wearing, you look out for the, don't bend it. Please make sure your customer is not bending, else it's going to affect the measurement. Look out for the biggest part around the hip. So in this case, the biggest part I'm going to be using for this particular class is, I'm going to be using 24 inches. Are you saying it? So on this same point, take your tape and measure around. So what we have here is 38 inches. Are you seeing it? Okay. So the next measurement we are going to be measuring is the gown length. Okay, gown length is dependent on what the customer actually wants. Whether the customer wants it to be maxi. Maxi is in a situation whereby it is from shoulder down to the down part, probably touching the floor. Do you understand? Or to your ankle. That is called maxi. While midi is like a 3/4. Do you understand? And the mini is on your knee or above your knee. Do you understand? So which one do you want? Mini. Okay. So now take your tape here. You can always ask your customer to help you and hold it for you to get it very well. Now you can now bend down and ask your customer, wait, as you are bending down, don't allow your customer to bend also with you. Do you understand? Just place it and ask your customer where will she like it. You can use your hand and point, and the moment you get that point that you feel like it will be okay, since she has told me she wants it above the knee, and I get that point, I can now ask her where is it on that point. She can now bend. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because my hand is there already. So is it this point?
No, sir.
You want it higher?
Take it up, God.
On your knee. Okay. So she actually wants it on her knee. So let's give her on her knee. Okay, let's use 39 inches. On her knee is actually how many? 39. Okay, so that is it. Is there any other measurements you need to? Yes, there are other general measurements which, whether we are making a shirt gown or not, we need to get. And those measurements are the armhole. Do you understand? So let's get the armhole. The armhole in this case, for you to get your armhole, look at it. Tell the person to raise their hand a little bit. Do you understand? So as to enable you put your tape. So the moment you have put your tape, next thing you need to do, make sure that it is fitted. Are you seeing? See, look at it. You will not put, you'll be able to put your tape. Then when you put your tape and place it fitted, now ask the person to take it down. You understand? When the person takes it down, you notice that it's going to be a little bit tight. Okay. So now what I have here is, let me show you guys what I have here. What I have here is 16 inches fitted. Are you seeing it? Always add something like 1 inch to it. So that means her armhole is 17 inches. Do you understand? Okay. So the next thing you're going to be getting is the bicep. The bicep is the upper arm. Do you understand? Now, let me tell you, there is similarities between the armhole and the bicep. The similarity is that armhole, we place our tape under at the armpit. Are you seeing it? Then we go up. While bicep, we place it that same under, then we come over to this side. Are you seeing it? Okay. Now look at it. So the bicep, the fitted bicep in this case is 12 inches. If you want it to be free, you can go ahead to add extra 1, making it how many? 13 inches. So the next thing we are going to be doing is to measure the sleeve length. So in the sleeve length in this case, which one do you want? Is it a short sleeve or a long sleeve or a 3/4? 3/4 sleeve. Okay, no problem. Now she said she wants a 3/4 sleeve. She said she wants a 3/4 sleeve, but I'm going to be giving us all the sleeves since this is a measurement class for a shirt gown. Do you understand? So depending on anyone you want to make, you can be able to make that. So, and we are going to be starting from the smallest, which is the short sleeve. Do you understand? Okay, for you to measure for a short sleeve, now look, at that same point you stopped while measuring your shoulder, that is the point you are going to be starting. In fact, it is even advisable to start measuring for your sleeve immediately you are done measuring for shoulder. Do you understand? But either way, we can still proceed. So look at it. At this very point, look at it from this very point. all you have to do is to measure. So in this case, if you want to measure for a short sleeve, you ask your customer where exactly they want their short sleeve to be. Let's say in a situation it is at this point, so that means it is 8 inches. So at this point, place your hand and still keep it there, then measure the circumference. So you get the fitted measurement. So in this case, let's say the fitted measurement is 10 and a half. Means, like I used to say, you can actually add how many? 1 inch to it, making it how many? 11 and a half, so that it will not be too fitted. So that is it. So let's get to the elbow. If you are working on long sleeve or a 3/4, you must measure the elbow. Yes, look at the elbow here, you must measure the elbow. So for you to measure the elbow from that same tip, look at it, place it to the elbow. Are you seeing it? So let's say our elbow is 13 inches. Are you seeing it? Okay, so all you have to do is to measure the circumference of the elbow. So let's say, no, don't bend it here. Let's say the fitted circumference of the elbow is 9 and a half. Are you seeing it? So you can either add your 1 inch or 1.5 inch, or even up to 2 inches, depending on how free you want it to be. Or you can go ahead to tell the customer to bend their hand. You notice that the customer has bent her hand. What we have here now, it has shifted to up to 11 inches. Are you seeing it? So that means how many was added? How many? How many did I have before? 9 and 11. So how many? 2 inches. Okay, no problem. Like I said, it's from 1 to 2 inches, depending on how fitted you want it or how free you want it. Okay, so next thing we are going to be doing now is we are going to be getting the 3/4 sleeve. So from that same tip, look at it. From that same tip, measure for the 3/4. So the 3/4 is mostly around this side. Are you seeing it? Now look at it. The 3/4 for this particular side that I'm measuring is from 16 to 20. Are you seeing it? That is 3/4. But for the sake of this particular tutorial, I'm going to be using 18 inches as the 3/4. Are you seeing it? So the moment you get the 3/4, from that same point, hold your hand and get the circumference. Okay, now circumference is 9. Remember what I said, if you want it to be free, you can go ahead to add extra 1 inch. Do you understand? Okay, so let's get the sleeve length. So the sleeve length is from that same tip of the shoulder, from the same tip of the shoulder, have you lost? From the center of the shoulder down to the wrist. Are you seeing the wrist? Okay, so let's do that. So from the tip of the shoulder down to the wrist. So hers is 23 and a half. Are you seeing it? So at the same time, make sure you measure out the circumference of this place. Now, but this particular place is very, very tricky. As you can see, what I have here is 7 inches. I can go ahead to add extra 1 or more to it, making it how many? 8. But the best way to get here, okay, this is okay. I can go ahead to make it 8. Do you understand? Okay. But if you're working on a dress that is not a shirt, do you understand? You guys know that long sleeve shirts usually have opening. It has its own placket at the bottom. If you want to put your clothes, you open it. So that means we can even as well leave it fitted like this if you want. But I just added extra 1 in case you don't want to leave it too fitted. But remember, the only thing you will use and the only thing that will determine how this place will fit is not just about what you cut, it's also about how you placed your button. Hope you guys know that. How you place your button is very, very important. If you check your shirt, long sleeve shirt, you notice that sometimes your button, when you wear it, is not tight. If you like, you can, when you shift the button, you notice that it now becomes tighter. Okay, so like I said, for a dress that is not a shirt, that means there is no opening here in order for you to wear it. All you have to do is to tell the person to keep their hand this way. Are you seeing it? Then you measure here this way. Are you seeing it? When you measure here, so let's say what I have here now is 9. So it means that 9 or 8.5. Are you seeing? It means that if I make the damn part of my whatever top gown that's the long sleeve 8.5, it means that she can be able to pull it out and she can be able to wear it. Because even if I make it fitted here, you cannot be able to wear it. Neither can you be able to pull it out. Do you guys understand? So that is it. Is there any other measurement that we have not done? Is there any other one? Okay, so let's do the drafting. Thank you very much.